Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Gumball, the only place where there's more awkward silence than when your grandma slips you the tongue at the family reunion. Again. Well, I should start off by saying today's episode of the Gumball isn't going to be the typical episode. I have dug through the annals of history. Yes, that was annals, meaning the plethora of deep history. So I thought it might be interesting for you to know a little bit about the back history, I guess, before you watch this episode of Morty and Muriel. So Morty and Muriel was some characters that were developed when I was kind of forming CrosStarMedia, and we did about 6 episodes, each of them with a TV talk show type theme. And the show was called Morning Moments. Morning Moments with Morty and Muriel. Lots of M's. It's hard to say. We had a lot of outtakes, to say the least. And so, over the course of these episodes, you learned that Morty and Muriel had been married for 60 some years, that they lived in New York, and that they were really great characters. And I really had a lot of fun developing and playing with Morty and Muriel as characters. Unfortunately, Morty and Muriel, like most showbiz couples, didn't make it through the first season and ended up splitting up, and Muriel is now living in Vegas. She's a showgirl, and Morty is just kind of retired, hanging out. He worked as a greeter at a retail giant. I won't mention any names. I thought this funny and hilarious, and I really wanted to share it with you. If you like it, feel free to pass it around if you know somebody who needs a good laugh. So, as usual, if you have something you would like to see in a future episode of The Gumball, feel free to email us, CrosStarMedia@gmail.com. As always, the links are down in my pants. So, there you have it. That's the backstory of Morty and Muriel. And so I hope you enjoy this special edition of the Morty and Muriel show. It was a show that they did called On the Road, and it was their wedding series called Matrimonial Moments. So I hope you enjoy this past edition of Morty and Muriel's Matrimonial Moments.
And welcome to Matrimonial Moments, a special on the road edition.
On today's show, we will be sharing tips for long-lasting marriages. If we can find the list that you made.
The list I made, it's right here.
That is a very clever hiding spot.
Rule number 1, never underestimate the one you love.
Very good rule. Also on today's show, directly from rehab, we have Sister Mary Regina of the Little Sisters of Brooklyn, who is here to talk about her tragic mishap that occurred on our show a couple of weeks ago.
Morty, there's nothing in her dressing room except a chair. Let's see if she messes this one up.
Muriel, you're talking about a servant of God.
God, Schmod, even I could tell they weren't M&Ms.
I don't think you should be talking about her like that. She is
I
a nun.
apologize.
You're going to go straight to hell.
It was macabre.
That is all I am saying about
they
that.
Were M&Ms. She thought they were M&Ms. They were blue.
Also on today's show, what is happening?
Also on today's show, we will have 5 tips for planning a successful wedding reception.
As usual, all of that and much, much more right after these messages. Stick around, you never know who we're going to send to the emergency room this week. Come on down to Big Woody's Pet Shop and check out his world-famous pecker. He's got peckers of all sizes. He's got big peckers and he's got little peckers. Well, there's even a few malformed peckers, but every pecker needs a little loving. So come on down and take a peek in Big Woody's window. It doesn't cost a dime to come and look at the peckers. It's the only place in Brooklyn where you can find a pecker this affordable. So stop on by to Woody's Pet Shop, 6344 West 62nd Street. When you're in need of a pecker, think Woody. Woody is is the largest supplier of peppers in the New York area. Welcome back to Matrimonial Moments. Now, when you're trying to successfully plan your big day, we have a few pointers to help you with your reception. Number 1, don't put bubbles on your tables. It will make you look like a retard. Number 2, when you're going to do the bouquet in the garter, don't stick your head up under the dress in front of your family. It will make you look like a retard.
Are you listening?
Number 3, do not dance like you are suffering from an epileptic seizure. It will make you look like a retard. Number 4, now when you're dancing with your Aunt Ruth and she tries to slip you the tongue again, just politely smile and squint your eyes and go to your happy place. And finally, number 5, on your wedding night, make sure you take a good shower and clean your monster before you give her any of that good Galifianakis stuff. And that are tips for a successful reception.
Successful. Oh, Morty, you got me all in the mood for dancing.
I know. Now, children, Muriel and I are going to share with you the secrets of a long, successful marriage.
Number 1, never go to bed angry. We went through more headboards because you always went to bed angry.
I agree.
Oh, Morty, those were the days.
I tell you. Now, much as in business, remember that the customer is always right. No matter if you know she's wrong or not, the customer is always right.
Number 3, when discussing financial matters, just remember, the customer is always right.
Number 4, when discussing matters such as children, please remember that the customer is always right.
Such a smart fella. And finally, number 5, just remember, no matter what obstacles you come across in your marriage, keep one thing in mind for a long and happy marriage like Morty and me.
The customer is always right.
We'll be right back. I am here to talk to you about a brand new clothing line called Cunts, named for its beloved designer Flo Cunts. Florence was a personal friend of mine, so I know Cunts are American made. All items are reversible and made with 100% pink satin, so you get one free color with every purchase. All Cunts are pink inside. Pink goes with everything. Cunts come in a variety of colors: black, green, orange, brown, yellow, and once monthly we have a special on the red ones. You have to act quickly, because the red Cunts don't stick around for long. They're a hot item. So if you want to look your best in Cunts. Check out Cunts online at www.cunts.net. When you think fashion, think Cunts. And remember, you'll love Cunts. I know I do. Welcome back to Matrimonial Moments. We are sorry to announce that Sister Mary Regina, after having heard the commercial for Cunts, was running for the door and accidentally caught her habit on the ladder, ripping it clean off her body.
She's buck naked.
Unfortunately, she fell out of the back alley stage door and was apprehended by the New York Police Department for public nudity.
Naked as a jaybird. Our producers are currently working with the authorities to free the sister, and we have been in contact with the company to try and get her some clothing because the sister has a bad habit. Well, maybe Flo can come up with a new line of spiritual cunts.
Morty, you're such a genius.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Love the one you're with and be with the one you love.
Are we recording?
It is recording. It's like 42 pages.
Your heroin.
Yeah, well, you are a foof.
Your mother's a foof.
Your mother is a foof.
I love your mother.
I love your mother.
I love you, Morty.
I love you. Just a smooch. Is my forehead okay?
Your forehead is morning, and welcome to Matrimonial Moments. A special on the road edition.
That was horrible. She's going to do the opening again because she sounded like Katie Couric on the CBS Evening News.
I looked at you because I got a little nervous.
All right, we're starting over.
Take 2.
Take 47.
That's...
That was the intro music. Go!
Good morning and welcome to...
For the love of Christ!
Hold on, I gotta put this back
Hold
in my...
on! Spot.
Rule number 1. Never underestimate the one you love. I'm trying to remember it. I gotta look at the line.
We just came straight from an appearance at the Special Olympics. She took first place. L'Oreal and I are going to share with you the secret of a long, successful marriage.
Number 1. Don't ever go to bed angry. We went through headboards because you went to bed angry.
We're starting this over because once again, she is taking the cake.
I was running for the door.
And she accidentally caught her habit on a ladder.
On a ladder.
Buck naked. Naked as a jaybird. I saw her tatas. Until next week, I'll leave you with this parting thought. Why don't banks ever have free sample day?